with the name Veritas, which means truth in Latin, because we decided that that's what we really want our students to search for, is to look for truth. What is their truth?
Our core values in Veritas are having respect for yourself, having respect for others, and then taking responsibility for our actions.
I had heard some good things about it. I heard about the teachers, and I really like actually going into the core. I learned that the teacher relations with the students are good.
We have something called the 3 R's, which is respect for self, respect for others, and responsibility for one's actions. And what that means is that we know that we're not all perfect, but that the way that we handle ourselves is what makes us good people.
It's just a really fun core. Yeah, honestly, you get along with everybody.
The teachers are all super nice, and they really try to help us out, and I like that a lot about the core.
So we tried to help the students understand that as human beings, we live in community, and the choices that we make individually affect others in the community. And so we tried to help the students build a pathway to success by owning our own choices and owning our own responsibilities.
To be able to discern between what is real and what is not real, and become critical consumers of all the information that gets fed into us every single day.
So we do core projects together, right, that involve all of our classes. And just this October we started a zombie project. It's something like Halloween themed, something fun, and it involves all of our classes, and and we all do little groups to work on it.
So we do a zombie apocalypse project where it's integrated between all 3 classes, science, history, and English. And essentially the premise is the zombie apocalypse has happened. There's a virus out there. So in science they're learning about virology, and they're going to be building a 3D model of a virus.
So from that process we did things for all of our classes. We learned about how viruses spread in a hypothetical situation with the zombies. So we learned about that in Mr. LaFay's class for science.
In English, they are designing and writing a narrative about their survival compound.
And then for English, we learned about narratives to write, about a little story about our little civilization we'd have in this hypothetical situation.
In history, they are creating a government structure for this survival compound.
We're learning about governments, we're learning about revolutions, and then we apply that knowledge to the zombie project to make a little government for our civilization in the narrative with the English.
And then kind of the cap of it all is this multimedia project where they basically dress up as zombies, and then they create a multimedia project where they tell their zombie apocalypse story.
And students are initially a little scared to get into it, but then it gets kind of exciting, and we have them actually create a film about a zombie invasion or a slideshow about that. And they have to dress up and make an actual production and then present that to the core.
We're dealing with what we would call essentially a fictitious virus, whereas we know that the coronavirus is very real, but the way in which they work is the same. So, while we're not going to be, flesh-eating zombies, we are passing a virus around, and so it does help kind of gain some understanding in how this pandemic has actually happened.
It just teaches you a lot of things in a fun way too.
But as they get into it, they see that it's actually fun and that they can actually enjoy their work, and they figure out what their strengths are within their group. And so then they start to build a real sense of community that comes from taking a risk together.
Well, sometimes in Mr. LaFay's class we'll have a circle and we'll pass around a little object and we'll talk about stuff, and that's always nice. Just be open with our classmates and to get to know each other better.
Well, we all make less than stellar choices sometimes, and it's about stepping up and saying, hey, I messed up, here's how I want to fix it. So we really encourage students to just take that kind of approach. Yeah, we messed up. It's not a judgment, just how are you going to fix it? And learn from it.
Showing respect for others is something that we really try to practice when it comes to having conversations. So one of our goals is, as a class, to be listening when our colleagues are sharing and to be speaking up when we have something to say.
What I like about the teachers in Veritas is that they switch it up every once in a while. So you don't stick to 3 people in that class, you talk to everybody and you all get along in that.
They really give us opportunities to try to get our grades up, and they make it really engaging.
It's a really good, it's a comfortable environment in this court, and I really wanted that for my first year. even though it was in Zoom. But now that I'm here in person, it's like a really nice experience over here.
But we're also rigorous. We have some pretty high standards for our students, and we expect them to achieve. The goal is to help our students to rise above and to move forward, and move forward in a way where they're confident and ready to take pretty much anything on.